A song for Eurotrash. A song for Eurotrash.
Song for you, song for you, song for you. Sont un miroir dans lequel chacun peut te voir. Tu es partout à la fois, brisé en mille éclats de voix.
The sunset we made we put along.
L'amour n'est pas que dans les chansons, poupée de cire, poupée de son.
Bonsoir my British tunes. Tonight we at Eurotrash have dedicated our entire show and a vast amount of Channel 4's money to a celebration of the Eurovision Song Contest. Some of Britain's top pop bands will be serenading you with new versions of old Eurovision classics and hopefully doing so without losing all the tacky production and vulgar sentimentalities that made the songs so great. First up is the delightful dub star and that hunky, funky French love god, Sacha Distel, with their version of the 1965 winner, Poupée de cire, Poupée de sang.
Les disques sont un miroir dans lequel chacun peut te voir. Tu es partout à la fois, brisé en mille éclats de voix.
Tonight, Eurotrash unfurls its flag to celebrate the Eurovision Song Contest. Meet the infamous Mr. Nilpois from Norway, who shows us his party trick, the controversial entry from Israel, who shows us her banana, and this glitzy group of pseudo-Swedes who show us why they're ABBA reincarnate. Plus, we bring you exclusive reworkings of Eurovision classics, such as Sinead O'Connor with All Kinds of Everything, Edwin Collins with Ding Dang Dong, and Bananarama, who have reunited for Eurotrash with Waterloo. I don't know what the words are now.
Congratulations and celebration.
Yes, congratulations indeed, Britain, as Katrina's waves sweep the Eurovision Song Contest back to its spiritual home, Birmingham. Even Sir Cliff deserves a slap on the back.
Now I'm happy as can be.
Bucks Fizz too should be popping their corks. Their deviously cunning stunts put the stiffness back into Britain's upper lip. Out of 44 contests, the Irish are in the lead with 8 wins, though Britain's fast catching up with 5, making our future seem as big and golden as Bucks Fizz's hair. But rather than wallowing in our own glory, Eurotrash would rather take the time to celebrate those brave heroes amongst our European brethren who had a taste and a sniff of rock's bottom. So now let's meet 2 of Europe's most maligned and misunderstood acts. Actually, it's not these 2 chaps. We just put them in for a cheap laugh.
Hello, Eurotrash.
We are Genghis Khan.
Who?
Ha!
Ha! Genghis Khan.
In undoubtedly the most politically incorrect moment in Eurovision history, German troupe Genghis Khan delivered this over-enthusiastic ode to their namesake, one of history's most prolific mass murderers. But to make matters worse, that year's Eurovision was held in Israel, a country not particularly fond of genocidal German dictators.
Well, they all protested because Eurovision happened to be in Jerusalem that year. You know, what with the Holocaust and everything. Everyone said, how can Germany enter a song with such bloodthirsty lyrics?
Although they hung up their fur-lined marching boots years ago, 2 members of Genghis Khan were more than happy to invite Eurotrash into their headquarters to relive the good old days of world dominance, when the kids boogied down to the barbarian beat.
You hold on there, Adina. I've got a bit of a surprise for you.
Well, that sounds great. I can't wait.
Oh, yes.
God, I hope he doesn't whip out his trusty old sword. Despite the scandal and a mere 4th place finish, Genghis Khan continued to storm Germany's pop charts with a series of songs that sounded mysteriously alike.
Ta-da!
Oh, Stevie, that is super.
Oh, I don't know. I've put on a few pounds.
No, but, you can carry it.
Beginning to fear for our safety, Eurotrash thought it best to move on.
Hey!
Meanwhile, in Norway, here's another lost legend of Eurovision. Jan Tegan, the plucky little Norseman who achieved the most legendary score in the history of Eurovision.
Hello. 20 years ago, I participated in Eurovision, and I ended up last with no points.
Mil et mil, which means mile after mile, didn't travel well when Jan took it to the 1978 Eurovision in Paris. The jury awarded him 0 points, the most notorious score in the history of Eurovision. It was a night the natives of Norway will never forget.
I remember his arm movements when he went like this, and there was a split jump in the air.
Norvège, Norway, 0 points, no points.
I think if I should win the Eurovision Song Contest in 78, I would be world famous, of course, because I'm a good artist.
Jan the artist did become famous, but for all the wrong reasons, thrusting his country into the limelight of loserdom. But all this didn't stop Norway's inexplicable love affair with Jan. He now hosts the country's top-rated show, the all-singing, all-dancing Stars in Their Eyes. In this particularly scary episode, an obviously confused young Norwegian paid the ultimate compliment to his idol.
Morten Stavsson! Meg!
Uncanny! Jan holds regular meetings with his ever-growing fan club. He treats them to some humorous Eurovision anecdotes, a rousing rendition of his 0 point classic, and to top it off, his special party trick, ramming toothpicks into his face.
It looks like it's really hurting. It doesn't hurt at all.
Let's see Johnny Logan do that.
Before I bring out my very special guest, Katie Boyle, a woman who is the very incarnation of all things Eurovision-y, let's take a quick peek at Katie in action.
I'd like to welcome practically everybody in Western Europe, because tonight this program is being televised to no less than 14 countries.
Way back when everyone spoke posh on telly, Katie Boyle was the English Queen of Eurovision, hosting it 4 times between 1960 and 1974. She didn't just talk la-di-da, she spoke other languages too.
Il n'y a pas de réponse de Luxembourg.
Yes, Luxembourg is here. I hear you clear and loud.
I'm delighted.
But 1974 has to be Katie's most memorable Eurovision. Not only was she propositioned by a furry kids' TV character, she also had a far more potentially embarrassing predicament. Naturally, Eurotrash got to the bottom of it.
Well, of course, I'll never forget I'm a Womble now.
So now, please welcome the very glamorous and amorous Miss Katie Boyle. Hello.
Hello, bonsoir, buonasera, guten Abend, and welcome to this very special celebration of Eurovision.
Katie, do you mind if I ask you an indiscreet and potentially embarrassing question?
You go ahead.
Okay.
Let's see what happens.
Is it true that you once presented the Eurovision Song Contest without wearing your underpanties?
Absolutely true. I had no choice. I had no choice whatsoever. The dress was made in very light satin.
Mm-hmm.
So when I had my very brief pants and my bra, which was very pretty and very light, it showed. So there was a terrible panic at the last moment, and they took the scissors to me, and they took it there, and they did tuck, 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 and then got their hands underneath the dress and pulled.
So did everybody know that you were naked?
Well, the ones behind the scenes did. They certainly did. I got a cheer before I went on.
Okay, one last question I think everybody in Britain is worrying about. Do you think that Terry Wogan might not be wearing his underpanties at this year's Eurovision?
Well, of course, I don't sleep. I'm so worried about that fact.
Well, I'd just like you to know that as a tribute to you, I will not be wearing my underpanties for the duration of tonight's show.
Oh, Antoine, that is such a relief.
So, Katie, will you please introduce our next entry?
Yes, of course, with great pleasure. It's Edwin Collins with the winning entry of the Netherlands in 1975. Ding-a-dong.
Ding-a-dong. Oh, nice name.
Nice name. Nice song.
When you're feeling alright, everything is uptight. Listen to a song that goes ding, ding-a-dong.
In 1975, Teach-In brought us Ding-a-Dong. Eurotrash asked Edwin Collins to sing a song of Ding-a-Dong to a new generation.
What I did was listen very, very hard to that beautiful original by Teach-In. It seemed to epitomise that kind of trash aesthetic, classic 70s Euro writing that you don't really get anymore. Then you still had these real kitsch, bad Euro trashy lyrics. And so I thought it had this immediate appeal.
As you know, here at Eurotrash, we always try to satisfy the special needs of our special guests, no matter how pricey or perverted they may be. Tonight is no exception because we are about to help Katie Boyle realize one of her most secret, sensual fantasies. Tell us about it, Katie.
Well, Antoine, my fantasy actually has to do with Eurovision.
Yeah, naturally.
And first, I get swept away by Bernie and Bjorn of the group ABBA. And we ride on snow-white horses to a nearby IKEA superstore. They insist on buying me, a barbecue, which they then assemble without looking at the instructions. And later, I get to sample their legendary Swedish meatballs.
Well, your typical ABBA DIY Swedish meatball sex fantasy, no problemo, Katie. Your wish is my command. Abacadabra!
Don't worry, Katie. We will have this barbecue working before you know it. These instructions are rather good.
Don't listen to Benny. I'm Björg, and as soon as it's ready, I'll cook you my meatballs.
Lovely.
The nice beardy man who helped Katie's fantasy come true was not really Benny from ABBA. He was a Benny wannabe from those pop doppelgangers Bjorn Again. One of the world's more successful cover bands, Bjorn Again recently made a pilgrimage to Sweden to ask the original members of ABBA whether they would ever strap on their platforms and take to the stage again.
Bjorn said that ABBA themselves were unlikely to reform, and so the next best thing really is to see Bjorn again. It is your only option in life.
If you change your mind, take a chance.
Unwilling to face the prospect of a future without ABBA, Eurotrash set out to unravel the mystery that haunts us all. Whatever happened to Eurovision's greatest supergroup? Happily, Benny and Bjorn are still writing together, having just premiered a musical based on traditional Swedish folk songs. Far more interesting is that Bjorn has finally reached puberty and is sporting a bushy beard just like his pal Benny. Agnetha's career after ABBA is a bit like Andrew Ridgeley's career after Wham. Sad. After finding no real success as a solo singer, things really went sour when she dabbled in Swedish art films, including the obligatory Pussy Shot. She now lives in voluntary exile in this secluded island bungalow, a dancing queen who is to dance no more. Frida, however, has become a dancing queen quite literally, with both a successful pop career and a fairy tale royal romance.
Frida married a prince, and I think she was very happy. And he designs golf courses, so Frida is actually playing golf now.
Frida loves to play golf, and her handicap is 3 under par, which is pretty good.
Unable to coax Frida off the golf course, Eurotrash gave up on reuniting the Fab Four. But as a special tribute to ABBA's Eurovision classic Waterloo, we did manage to bring together that fearsome pop threesome, Bananarama!
It's time once again for my favorite part of the show, that magic moment where my lap gets to play cushy to a nice warm tushy. That's right, my friends, it's time for another action-packed edition of Sit On Me. Tonight, in honor of Eurovision, we've invited Austria's 1990 entry, Simone Stelzer. And if you don't know who she is, don't worry, neither do I. Here is a little sneaky peeky.
Meet Simone Stelzer, Austria's 28-year-old answer to Sam Fox. In 1990, Simone fought for her country with the political ballad No Walls Anymore, but it was no bras anymore for Saucy Simone immediately prior to the Eurovision entry. She bared her chest parts in the Austrian press, rustling up plenty of pre-gig publicity and causing English tabloids to froth at the mouth. Nowadays, Simone combines a successful singing career with a more tasteful, restrained approach to modelling, as befits her role as Austria's Schnitzel of song.
So now, without any further ado, please welcome Austria's tastiest little Pop-Tart, Simone!
Hi, Antoine.
Tell me, Simone, is this the first time you have sat on a Frenchman?
Yes.
Well, I think you're gonna like it.
I like it very much.
Ready?
Yes.
Music, maestro! Well, was it as good for you as it was for me?
I enjoyed it.
And do you think that what we've done here tonight will help the struggle for European unity?
Not really.
Well, me neither. But let's do it again anyway, okay? Music, maestro!
Remember, kids, at the end of the show, you can vote for your favourite Eurovision song. Will it be Sinead O'Connor doing a Dana, St. Etienne taking a bath, or Kaniki giving us a kiss? And if you're not voting, you can just ogle Eurovision's first transsexual contestant.
Well, before we move on to our next bit of toe tapping, finger snapping and bottom slapping, I would just like to clarify my personal views on the Eurovision Song Contest. For me, Eurovision is not about loving thy neighbor, it's about laughing at thy neighbor. Yes, for one night a year I'm willing to hold hands with naked Germans, or even pretend that I'm interested in traditional Greek folk dancing, no problemo. But when the clock strikes midnight, it's basta, finito, or as you say in jolly old England, peace off! But the night is still young and we can still enjoy a few hours of officially sanctioned friendship. And who better to do it with than the très charmante Katie Boyle and her incredible edible entries.
Merci Antoine, mon petit chouchou. Eurotrash now brings you Sinead O'Connor and Terry Hall with their version of the winning song for Ireland in 1970, Dana's All Kinds of Everything.
Summertime, wintertime, spring and autumn too. Monday, Tuesday, every day I think of you.
When that slip of a lass Dana scooped the Eurovision in 1970, she'd never have guessed who'd inherit her song and her Irish superstar status.
Before me, she was the last successful Irish female internationally.
Burning trees, autumn leaves, a snowflake or two.
There are lines here that if it had copyright Leonard Cohen, people say it was work of genius.
Snowdrops and daffodils, butterflies and bees, sailboats and fishermen, things of the sea, wishing wells and wedding bells, early morning dew, all kinds of everything remind me of you.
Seagulls and aeroplanes, things of the sky, winds that go howling, breezes that sigh, city sights, neon lights, gray skies or blue, all kinds of everything remind me of you.
Summertime, wintertime,
sunshine and holidays, postcards to write.
Budding trees, autumn leaves, a snowflake or two. All kinds of everything remind me of you.
Summertime, wintertime, spring and autumn too. Seasons will never change the way that I love you. Dances, romances, things of the night.
Sunshine and holidays, postcards to write. Budding trees, autumn leaves, a snowflake or two.
All kinds of everything remind me of you.
All kinds of everything remind me of you.
The most controversial issue surrounding this year's Eurovision, besides the fact that it's taking place in Birmingham, is the Israeli entry, a gender-bending diva named Dana. They say that Dana, who actually sliced off his kosher salami years ago, is the first transsexual to ever perform at Eurovision. And I always thought it was Nana Mouskouri. Eurotrash wishes Dana good luck. Mazel tov! And we'd like to dedicate this next little dance to her, well, him, whatever.
Every year, all kinds of people come together as one to watch Eurovision, and it's odds on that at least one of them will have a moustache and another will be a man in a dress. Yes, Eurovision is to the gay community what train spotting is to anoraks, a reason to live.
All kinds of everything remind me of you.
But the competitors themselves have remained firmly in the closet. Until now, that is. Meet Israel's hopeful heroine for this year's Eurovision. She's got a lovely stroke.
Hi, Eurotrash. My name is Dana. Would you like to come and play with me?
I serve bananas, 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 potatoes, and
Yes, it's Dana and her banana. Dana International is this year's Eurovision entrant for Israel, and deservedly so, taking circumcision that one step further as a practicing post-op transsexual. She's one of Israel's biggest stars. For many of Israel's Orthodox Jews, Dana is like the devil in drag. In the past, they have successfully campaigned to block Dana's passage into Eurovision. But this year, the Israeli officials are willing to give the little lady a chance.
I'm very ashamed that to send man that is woman or woman that is man to represent the Jewish people in this festival.
Some Israeli men said that I am not suitable for this kind of competition, that it would be a shame for Israel that I represent. Because in Israel, if someone discovered that you're a transvestite 6 years ago, he could kill you.
Although Dana still receives death threats, she's forged on, becoming a brave and bouncy elder statesperson of Israel's gay scene. She even took us on a sightseeing tour of Tel Aviv's gay hotspots, climaxing in a visit to her magic bush.
This is the place where gay people can meet each other and have sex and have fun between themselves. And right there between the bushes, that's where I had my first homosexual relationship, my first kiss, my first love. What I am today, this is where I started.
Before leaving, Eurotrash asked Dana to divulge her secret weapon for winning this year's contest.
This is my thighs. You make me naughty girl.
Meanwhile, here's someone else who obviously likes his thighs. When openly gay Icelandic entry Paul Oscar massaged himself during last year's Eurovision, Terry Wogan got all hot and bothered, dismissing it as the sort of provocative pap that one would normally find on Channel 4. How true. But Paul's not a man to hold grudges.
When Terry Wogan actually said in front of 20 million English TV viewers that Eurovision will never be the same again because of my performance, of course I take it as a compliment. Thank you, Terry Wogan.
This vivacious Viking is happy to wallow in the hot springs of pan-European gay adoration. He's not just a one-hit wonder, having felt the pull of panties and the tug of tights since the age of 11, getting his first break as Frankenfurter in the Rocky Horror Picture Show. Moving on to the big time, Paul even dared to take a pop at Iceland's sacred cow, Bjork. But Paul's heart belongs to Eurovision, which he feels is the perfect pastime for any well-adjusted gay male in the 90s.
You can collect, like hundreds and hundreds of 7-inch records and all the memorabilia and try to get all the juicy gossip about all the contestants and all that stuff. And how gay can you get, basically?
Food is the other passion in Paul's life, and he invited Eurotrash to taste the traditional Icelandic delicacy of goat's gonads with a few of his closest friends.
I'm not the only pop star in the house. We've got the Spice Girls. Emma, Victoria, Jerry, C, and B. Say hi, girls. Hi. Caunes of the world. Spice up your life. Okay, and let's get to the beat. Okay, Victoria Clitoris, she's a professional in this. Check this out, honey.
Despite his bountiful balls, Paul is still searching for that special Euroboy of his dreams.
I've been single for the last 6 years. I haven't had a proper shag for the last 6 years. Anyone out there?
My next musical guests are 3 tough little ladies and 1 not so tough little boy named Kenike. Please introduce yourselves, ladies.
Marie. Lauren.
Antoine.
Emmy Kate.
Pete.
So, could you please tell us what song you'll be singing and why?
We're going to do Save Your Kisses for Me by Brotherhood of Man because it's a strange and disturbing song with an even stranger and more disturbing dance.
Well, enough of my talking. Let's get rocking.
Kisses for me, save all your kisses for me.
In 1976, Tyneside Tank Girls Kenike probably weren't even born. Not that anybody else in Europe would have noticed. They were too busy trying to learn the Brotherhood of Man's singular mating dance. Don't fancy yours much.
Though it hurts to go away, it's impossible to stay. But there's one more thing I'll say before I go. I love you, I'll be thinking of you in most everything I do. Now the time is moving on, and I really should be gone. But you keep me hanging on for one more smile. I love you all the while, with your cute little ways. Will you promise that you'll save your kisses for me? Save all your kisses for me. Bye bye baby, bye bye. Don't cry honey, don't cry. Gonna walk out the door, you'll soon be back for more kisses for me. Save all your kisses for me. So long, honey, so long. Hang on, baby, hang on. Don't you dare me to stay, 'cause you know I'll have to say that I've got to work each day, and that's why I go away. But I count the seconds till I'm home with you. I love you, it's true. You're so cute, honey G. Will you save them up for me? Kisses for me.
the break, Cicciolina puts away childish things and reveals unexpected musical talents as she applies her magic touch to this Italian entry. And Shane McGowan touts for your vote with this reworked Johnny Logan classic.
In preparing for this spectacular Eurotrash Eurovision special, Katie and I have been rehearsing and working together 18 hours a day for the last 3.5 years.
We have learned much about each other, perhaps too much. But there is one thing above all that we enjoy doing together.
In French, we call it to faire la bise, and it goes like this. Yes, my British chums, we recommend to faire la bise. It's good old-fashioned fun for the whole family. Thank you for your attention. Now, on with the show.
In 1968, Maciel, a Spanish songbird with a limited vocabulary, took first prize at Eurovision with La 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 La. Eurotrash enlisted Saint Etienne to try and wrench some meaning from the quintessential Eurovision lyric.
I wake up every morning and there before my eyes I find my little darling sighing good-looking sighs. I kiss his nice face. Good morning, sir. He smiles and pulls me closer, says it's me he's living for.
Eurotrash. I am Livingit, and you will love my Europops.
Meet Eva Henger, ex-erotic film star with a fondness for skin creams. She's now a multimedia celebrity and political supremo, as the fearless leader of Italy's Love Party, the only party in Europe expressly devoted to fight for officially sanctioned rumpy-pumpy. Eva's latest cause celeb is aimed at the Italian authorities, who refuse to participate in this year's Eurovision. They say it's totally devoid of any artistic or social merit. They kind of have a point.
I can't believe that Italy isn't going in for the Eurovision Song Contest, you know. I mean, why isn't such a European country going in for the Eurovision? It's like sticking two fingers up at the common market by not going in for it, isn't it? And it's not fair on me, you know, because it's like, if everybody else can compete, why can't I?
Oh, yeah.
Eva, eager beaver that she is, decided to write her own Eurovision song. However, as even the most casual listener may notice, there's a little something lacking in the execution. So, flexing her well-honed political muscles, Eva enlisted the services of one of Italy's greatest entertainers, as well as a fellow freedom fighter, Cicciolina.
Oh, you're all right.
Cicciolina, founding member of the Love Party and one-time pop porn princess, was only too happy to step in and guide Eva and Italy to Eurovision glory.
All right, how's it going? Now listen, what you got to do is really sort of sensually and sweetly, you know, get your gums round that mic.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah, that'd be really good. I'd like to do that, yeah.
Sort of like this, you know, oh baby.
For Cicciolina, this is more than just musical masturbation. She sees Eurovision as a model for European unity.
I really do believe that Europe could be united through Eurovision, which is such a splendidly popular festival, you know, and it's seen by so many people across the world. I think it's absolutely going to be the ultimate, you know. All right, Maestro. Maestro Cicciolina.
Oh, Maestro Eva. Cheers.
Eurotrash was privileged to witness the coming together of Eurovision's most exciting pair since Baccarat. Cicciolina put Eva through her paces as she schooled her student in the legendary throat technique. And here are the results. A Eurotrash exclusive, Eva Henger's Eurovision entry, Oh Yeah.
Anche tu puoi farlo. Oh yeah, puoi sentirlo. Oh yeah, puoi goderlo. Oh yeah, vengo Europa. Vengo. Dammi un maschio bello svedese. Domani cerco uno stallone francese. Poi una doccia dorata che ci rinfreschi. Amo tutti, anche i tedeschi.
Ava's moving performance, which will undoubtedly lead to some form of European Union, is just the start. After Cicciolina, who's next?
The one person that I'd really love to sing with one day would be George Michael. You know, he stands up for sexual liberties and he's really sweet, although he has gone a bit funny recently, like. But I do think he stands up for freedom.
Unfortunately, the Italian authorities failed to swallow Ava's musical message, and thus she won't be competing in this year's Eurovision contest. But we'll always cherish Ava and her vibrating Eurovision of a continent glued together by the fluids of love. Oh, yeah.
Eurotrash now brings you Shane MacGowan and the Popes with the winning entry from Ireland in 1980, Johnny Logan's What's Another Year?
I've been waking such a long time.
Fresh-faced Irish lad Johnny Logan burst onto the Eurovision scene in 1980 with his ballad of existential angst. Eurotrash thought they'd better hand this to a person with age and maturity. We couldn't find one, so we gave it to Shane MacGowan.
At the top of the show, we treated you to a short squirt of Dubstar and Sacha Distel singing the Eurovision classic Poupée de cire, Poupée de son. They will be showering you again with a longer squirt at the end of the show, but before they do, Eurotrash would like to share with you the strange and sordid history behind this dark little ditty.
Serge Gainsbourg, seen here groping Jane Birkin, is best known for that classic ode to the orgasm, Je t'aime, in which he and Jane gasped and groaned their way to the top of the charts. Serge specialised in finding innocent ingenues who could help him realise his rather twisted pop vision. The first was France Gall, for whom he wrote France's 1965 Eurovision entry.
Je suis une poupée de cire, une poupée de son. Mon cœur est gravé dans mes chansons, poupée de cire, poupée de son.
The subversive song, suggesting that singers were nothing more than plastic product, took first prize. But naughty Uncle Serge had a far more sordid metaphor in mind for their next collaboration. Sucette or lollipop comes from the French verb to suck, and very few French adults were left in any doubt as to Serge's intended meaning. Incredibly, France Gall never noticed the naughty innuendo lurking behind her lolly.
Expliquez-moi le texte des sucettes.
C'est une petite fille qui aime bien les sucettes, qu'elle achète au drugstore pour quelques pennies.
Oui.
Hein? Et c'est tout, non?
D'accord.
Hein?
C'est pas...
When France Gall finally found out what the song meant, she locked herself in her house and didn't come out again for 3 weeks. Once she did, she never sang the song again.
Well, now, my friends, I'm sad to say I must be on my way. But before I go, let's say bonsoir et adieu to my charming co-presentatrice, Katie Boyle.
Over here, mon petit Antoine. Thank you so much for inviting me to your lovely little soirée and for making my ABBA fantasy come true.
My pleasure, Katie. But may I ask one more indiscreet and potentially embarrassing question?
Of course.
Why is your head so big?
Because I am an international legend, an institution like Eurovision itself. And you are just still a trashy, flashy novelty with a long way to go. But I think you'll make it.
Thank you, Katie. Now, my British chums, I leave you with our old friends Dubstar and that macho man with a permanent tan, Sacha Distel. Allez, salut maintenant!
Well, now's your chance to phone in your vote for your favourite Euro Revision song. So if you care about Eurovision, if you care about pop music, if you care about me, take a stand, pick a band. The winner will be announced here on Channel 4, sometime before Betty buys. Phone.
Les disques sont un miroir dans lequel chacun peut te voir. Tu es partout à la fois, brisé en mille éclats de voix.
Parfois je souffrirai, je me dis ça peut va. Chante ainsi l'homme sans raison, sans reconnaître des garçons.
Tu n'es qu'une poupée de cire, qu'une poupée de son. Sous le soleil, tes cheveux blancs Ballerina.